Okay, that's coach.
So what's your observation at the team and
I think that, for me, I'm going to be a harsher critic. Happy we got the win. Didn't like the fashion of being out rebounded or, taking some plays off because we worked too hard in practice. So I didn't like that, but I was definitely, happy for the win. I went to a sports bar and went into like a private room and watched the game.
just you or you have
Yeah, just me.
did anybody in the sports bar knew you were back there?
Oh, of course, for sure. I knew that they knew I was back there, but they were respectful and just allowed me to watch. High energy lineup. That's what I felt. Caleb has been having, tendonitis issues, and I hope he'll be ready to play full speed at Missouri. And I wanted to get Malcolm out there because of his energy, like his defensive energy. It's no knock to anybody. Jordan Brown still played the most minutes. Caleb still plays starter minutes. To me, I don't get into the start and the not start. We got 9 starters on this team in my mind. At any given time, you can start anybody. Those 2 guys are going to be great at what they do because we're going to need them. And plus, I put them with the second group because I wanted that second group to be focused on them. I wanted them to come in the game and get going and not get lost in all the alpha males being in the first group. I'm not sure. I'm going to talk to coach and see what makes him comfortable. The guys are locked in. They're together. And, excited for the challenge. I made this game because I knew it was going to be a very hard game for us early in the season. We want to see where we are. Respect their program. They play really hard. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be coaching, which I was hoping I would be, but I'll be watching. The things that concern me is that they're well coached. They play for one another. They play extremely hard. And they're going to pressure the entire game, taking you out of your stuff. So it's going to be a hostile environment with, and they're looking forward to this game, I'm sure.
What to you, this is just for these guys all together, kind of their first game against in a hostile environment against a team that's equivalent to them in terms of height and talent. Like, what are you hoping to see from this group in sort of a hostile environment?
Yeah, I'm hoping to see the fight. Just go in there and be Memphis basketball and just fight. Don't give up anything easy. Just compete the entire game because they're going to try to take your heart when you first from jump ball.
How important is it to have a guy like up there around?
Yeah, veteran guy that's won a lot of ball games, understands the game, has been in the SEC, before. He's, well versed in coaching a number of games. So really good to have him to be the guy that, to take over the helm. Yeah, I'll give that a B, almost C plus B, because we're better. No knock, because Mo does a great job with his team. They were executing. The point guard Chase Adams had an unbelievable game. Played 30 minutes, and it kind of did what he wanted to do out there, really. And that was kind of discouraging to me. No disrespect to his game, but to me, our team understands now how to try to, make it harder on guards.
What's the correspondence between you and Rick, like, leading up to that game where he coached instead of you? And what's the balance between letting Rick Stansbury cook versus kind of doing things the way you want to do?
Yeah, I think that, obviously leading up until when I couldn't communicate with the team, we had the practices, and he understood the game plan and went in there with that game plan. This game plan, me and him have sat down for a couple of days and talked it through, so he's comfortable because he's going into a hostile environment on the road. So it's not going to be much more different than what I do. It's just going to be a comfort level for what he wants.
Is Caleb the only one dealing with anything?
Yeah, I think Caleb is the only one.
It seemed like Javon, whenever he was back, the first half it seemed like it was kind of I don't know if lack is the right word, but kind of just kind of floating. And it seemed like you guys really kind of took a stride when both, whether it was Jalen or him, kind of asserted themselves. But I'm curious what you thought of, the point guard situation in that first game.
Yeah, well, to all fairness to JQ, he's been out a month, and he only got one exhibition before he got into that game. So he's still trying to get back to where he was, because before he went out, he was looking really, really good. And for Jalen, his game is, getting up and pressuring and creating havoc, and that's what he did when he came off the bench. So I was pleased with the point guard play. I wanted the tempo to be a little faster, but other than that, JQ being out a month, how that looks. Yeah, we've talked. That I was going to help him in any way that I could professionally. Dre and I talk 4 times a week anyway. Me and him have a really good relationship, and I felt like that was very unfortunate that he didn't get the waiver. Jaquan, nothing shocks me about him because he has super talent. He does. He showed that in the first half. He's even a better person because he basically backed off trying to go get 30 points, started finding teammates. He could have easily been selfish and tried to go for it, probably got 30. And that just says a lot about him. Not only is he a great basketball player, but he's our leader and he's a better person. So I'm anxious to see what his ceiling is going to be this season because he can have some monster games. That's just David in a nutshell. He's going to have some bad plays. He's going to have more great plays, obviously, but that's just how he plays. He plays reckless, plays aggressive. He's going to have some turnovers. He's going to shoot some bad shots, but he's also going to have some big rebounds, some big steals, and play great defense. So I knew he would bounce back. It's not going to happen to him long. It might happen for a little while, but he'll eventually get something, a steal or knock down a 3, and he made his 3s in the second half, which really helped. Usually a long leash in that game. Me, if I was coaching, I probably would have taken him out earlier to kind of calm him down. But you give him a long leash because he plays so hard for the entire game.
I know you don't care about who starts and who doesn't. Do your players have that same mentality?
Every player in America feels like they should be starting. That's just really how it works. It doesn't matter if they deserve to start or not. They're like, I should be starting. And there's, like I said, 8 or 9 guys on this team that are definitely, starters. They're definitely starters. And you just can't start with 5 guys.
Yeah, I know you mentioned kind of the energy of that 5 you put out there. Is part of that at least sending a message to, JB and Caleb about what they can be doing better? Or,
No, I'd hate to say it that way. I think that I just tried to get them with a group to get them more opportunities because there was so much scoring in the first group. And for those 2 guys, I just felt like putting them with that second group that they would be the main focus. And it's not sending a message saying what they should be doing better because neither one of them really did anything wrong. I just wanted to switch it up.
We were talking earlier about speed and play more up-tempo. It felt like at the beginning of the game, they were trying to play with speed, but it felt rushed. How do you navigate it during a game like that, playing up-tempo but not rushing?
Yeah, we just have to understand what we're trying to do. We want stops. We want to get the ball down the court. If it's not there, then we slow down. We're not trying to force it because that's when the turnovers happen. We have to be smarter about our decision-making while we're trying to rush. And you definitely have to do that at Missouri because they're gonna speed you up and pressure you, and you just have to be smarter. But, it's going to happen some games. That's just going to happen when you go fast and then you make bad decisions and you turn the ball over.
I feel like that's the feature of this section.
I wasn't pleased because we really didn't play Memphis basketball. And that's like, again, you got to give some credit to Mo because he had his guys prepared. A lot of people know we're going to pressure the ball and that we're going to, disrupt, and they were ready for it. So we just have to be able to adjust during the game. If something's not working, we go to something else until we get what we want.
Going into kind of your first, where do you think you're at in terms of cohesiveness, chemistry? It's win or lose, this is probably going to be the chemistry building moment for you guys this Friday. And it's probably not a finished product because you have so much of the season left. Where do you think you're at?
I think the guys are together off the court mentally to be ready. Let's go and let's get it. On the court, things change because these guys are scorers. They kind of get the blinders on and then you go, I can do it, and then another guy will try to do it. So we really have to be mindful of that and make sure that we keep everybody in the same mind frame of sharing the basketball, because Missouri will make you turn the ball over if you're trying to do it by yourself. It's a great thing because we're scoring a lot of points. We scored 100 both games in the exhibition and 94 in the first regular season game. That's a lot of points. But we have to understand that we have to do it together, not just one or two guys. I did. I did have streaming issues. Yes. Yep.
Well, no, I think it was an ESPN Plus thing.
It was.
No matter
It
where you
was.
watched it, you're gonna have streaming issues.
We should have it.